The anti-offer strategy that will grow your business. See, business is a lot like high school. There's the popular kids, the business gurus, and those same people that have been shouting from the rooftops to figure out what you want to sell, then create this impressive offer stack and guarantees and bonuses are the same people that when you study them, you realize that's not how they started. It's not how they made their first 6 figures. What's crazy is they actually did it the complete opposite way. Why? Because every entrepreneur eventually realizes that scaling a business this way has a massive hidden cost. And in this video, I'm going to expose how I went from struggling to pay rent with my business to 4xing my income within less than 3 weeks by making one simple change that now allows me to live the lifestyle I used to manifest in my journal. Now, I'm not doing this to impress you, although it's a shameless little flex. I'm doing this to impress upon you that it absolutely is possible. If I could do it, then you can do it. I didn't do anything special. I simply went from modeling what millionaires were doing now to modeling what millionaires did to get there. Matter of fact, instead of doing the rest of the video here, because it's been enough flexing already, what I'll do is I'll share with you a segment of a coaching session I did with a client who hired me to help him with his coaching business. I went all the way from explaining the foundation of that one simple change that 4x my business to the step-by-step process I would have done if I was starting from zero today. And listen, it's usually only available for my paying clients. Like, that guy literally paid for it, but I'm here to win your trust. And so I believe the best way to do that is to give away free stuff that people would normally charge for. So with that being said, enjoy. Here's what I got for you. Here's the best advice I could give you, okay? In the past 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks, I have literally 4x my business. There's a 400% increase while being more at peace and loving what I do even more. And there's one shift that happened. Instead of focusing on what I want to give to the world, how I want to serve others, what wisdom I want to share, what problems I want to solve, what I did is, wait a minute, let me be as useful as possible. Let me connect with people and see what problems they need to solve. And then I'll see how I can help them. And here's where a lot of people, they don't realize that. And I get it, because I didn't fucking realize it for so long. Guess what? If you cannot help them, you point them to someone who can. And then that person, what happens? That person is like, oh shit, you're bringing me clients. Thank you very much. I want you to do it again, so I will reward you with a little percentage called an affiliate commission. Like, bro, the game of business, people complicate it so much, but it's so simple. It's like, okay, you connect someone with a problem with someone with a solution. So what I've been doing, obviously I've built some skills over the years, and so I can solve some problems myself. But instead of being like, I only want to solve problems that I can solve, I'm like, you know what? There's a type of person in this world that I really love. Every single client I have is in that category. Every single friend I have is in that category. Now, by the way, updates, I have a girlfriend. That girlfriend is also in that category. Like, I love founders. I love purpose-driven people. People who have a mission and they want to share something with the world. That's who I connect with. You are part of that. I am that myself. And so I told myself, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck everything. I am going to do this. I'm going to connect with people who are founders online. I'm going to get on calls with them. I'm going to do what I love doing, which is speaking to people. And then I'm going to ask, hey, like, what do you want in your life? And okay, if I could help you out, if I could connect you with someone for one problem you have, that if you solve that, it will just completely change your life. What would that be? Awesome. If I can solve it, then I'll do an offer. If I cannot, I'll take notes. And if I can connect you with someone, I will. Then eventually it builds to like, now I can connect with higher level people because I can be like, I can send people your way. By the way, I love your content. I see what you're about. It looks very sharp. You've got people results. Listen, I coach people about XXX, but often they share this problem with me and I cannot solve it. At least not as good as you seem to be able to solve it. So do you mind me sending people your way? Of course they don't fucking mind. So they say, yeah, of course. And I go, awesome. Well, listen, brother, like, obviously I can send people your way, but you understand as a business owner, like, reputation matters. So just before doing that,
It'll be awesome if we can have a quick 15, 20-minute call just so I can see like what type of person you're also looking for so that we don't waste time. Person's like, of course. And now all of a sudden they have to prove themselves to me. And so I get on a call with them. Next thing you know, maybe they have a problem I can solve. So then we become partners and they're my client at the same time. I have a few relationships this way right now. So this is just an example of how I do it personally, but the foundation is the same. All you need to do is be useful. How are you going to be useful? You target a type of person you want to help, and then you literally go with open mind, no agenda. And you're like, hey, how can I help? What value can I provide? Who can I connect you with that's going to help you? Now, what happens when you're useful to people that you care about? That's meaningful. That's meaning. Being useful to people you care about is meaning. Eventually, when you're so useful that you're like, wow, I can choose what to be useful for, now that's even more meaningful. And that's when you can niche down if you want to. In my case, I don't even want to yet because I just have so much fun solving so many different problems. I'm loving it. And I'm making more money than ever. So why would I niche down? But you can do it if you want to, right? And I think a lot of people that are trying to niche down too much, that's limiting them. Like, especially as a beginner. It's kind of counterintuitive to all the advice I've heard out there. But in my personal life, this mindset has made me much more money than the previous way I was doing business. Now, let's say, I'm going to give you an example. That's the first thing. You get on a call with 10 people. The 10 people, like 7 out of them say, I need help with sales. You're like, interesting. You send the people to me, let's say in the meantime, because I can teach sales. You send people to me, you make some money in the meantime. But then you're like, wait a minute, that sales thing is kind of interesting. I would rather do it myself than to send people to that. Now you're like, and you've made already money, you can invest in a skill because you know that skill is useful and the market needs it. You have seen it. It's already proven that it's useful for people you care about. So the non-negotiable is you got to care about it. Cool. So let's say you care about people who have problems sleeping, but you also care about homeless people. Okay, you can care about both. Obviously, one of them will be better for business than the other one. Okay, there's a reason why. It's these 5 points. So you want to score the highest level possible in these 5 points. The first one is pain. Okay, know that now. I got that from Hermosi and then I added one myself, which I think is very important. So pain, you want the person to be in pain. You want them to have a problem, obviously. Number 2, buying power. This is very important. You want them to have money. You want them to have some money at least. They don't need to be top 1%, but you want to aim for people who have money. Cool. Number 3, you want them to be easy to target. This is one of the most important ones for me. You want them to be easy to target. You want them to be easy to find. Otherwise, you're kind of fucked. It's very difficult. That was one of the reasons why I expanded out of the porn recovery industry. Good luck. It was very difficult. I still got some clients, but it was so difficult because people are hiding from that. They needed to come to me. I cannot find them. So easy to target. Number 4, it has to be growing. A growing market. There needs to be more and more people that are in that. Okay? And last but not least, they need to be approachable. Approachable. Because they can be easy to target. Donald Trump. He's out there everywhere, on every social media. Good luck approaching him. He's not approachable. He's easy to target. He's not approachable. So good luck if your business is trying to help specifically Donald Trump, let's say. Right? So, yes, someone who is approachable. Now, my example, founders. Pain, bro, being like, I have so much value, but why don't people get it? Like, I'm not making enough money. This was my problem. Trust me, it's very painful. Then, they have buying power. They're already making money. They're just not making enough money as they would want to. They are super easy to target. It's a very growing market. It's a growing market. A lot of people have online businesses more and more, and they're very approachable. They want to be approached, especially if you approach them as a potential client or someone who can bring them clients. So this is just an example. Like, this is a perfect niche to have. That's why I'm making more money than ever. Important though, I care about that. I wouldn't fucking be making that money because I wouldn't want to work because I wouldn't if I didn't care about that. So let's say the example of someone who struggles with sleep versus someone who is homeless. Okay, both of them have very high pain. The homeless guy has even more pain. But, so it's a 10 out of 10. But the buying power is 0. So literally eliminate that. It's impossible. You're not going to make money. It's 0. That's just an example. Then easy to target. The sleep thing, yeah. It's not the easiest to target. It's not the easiest to target, but it's not impossible. So maybe that would be like a 5. Then growing, yes. A lot of people struggle with sleep and more because of screens and addiction and all that stuff. Approachable, this one is also kind of like, I don't really know. So see, that's just an example. It's just an example. You start with, you list everyone you care about, and then you rate them based on these 5 criteria. The one that ranks the highest is going to make you the most money. It's a law. It's literally how the game works. If you're missing, okay, if one of them is 0, maybe the only one you could be at 0 and still be okay for now is growing. Yes, the only thing. You can be okay for now. The problem is if it's not growing, you're going to get fucked eventually, but it's okay if it's now, right? I would say then the least important is growing. If they have 0 pain, they won't give you money. If they have 0 money, they won't give you money. If you cannot even find them anyway, sure, you can do ads. Maybe you can do ads or content and double down on that. So maybe that one is not that bad. But I wouldn't choose it personally. I've suffered enough with that model. I don't want to do it anymore. And what was the approachable? If it's 0, you're fucked because they won't want to speak to you at all, right? So basically, okay, then with that being said, growing is the least important. Always very important, but it's the least important. The second least important is easy to target. You can still make money because you can post ads. But again, if you don't know where to post your ads, again, it's pretty fucked. Make a list of everyone you care about. Then based on these 5 criteria, choose the one that will make you most money, that you care about, and start connecting with them. I can teach you, well, I already kind of gave it to you, but I could teach you my outreach system, how I basically book 15, 20 calls per week. Like guess what? I don't care right now about helping parents as much as I care about helping guys like me. Why? Because I've never been a parent yet. I don't relate. Me personally, I care about something because I relate. That's how I work. Right? So, relatability. Like being able to say, man, I've been in your shoes. And I fucking got the solution. This makes my life so meaningful. And I would not have that with parents because I've never been a parent. You start with what you know. Website. You create just a little bit of content on websites. Then you DM people. You connect with them. You get on calls with founders. You can get in the DMs with anyone and get on a call with anyone by doing this. Basically, if it's a founder, that's just an example. If it's a founder, you go, hey, I saw you in this comment section, man. The reason I was going through there is because I'm building websites and shit. But, the thing is, a lot of my clients or people I'm in communication with, like, they, websites is not the only problem they have. Sometimes they share X problem with me, whatever the founder is helping with. Sometimes they share this problem with me, and I'm not the one who helps them with that, but I see you've helped so many people with that. So would you mind me sending people your way? 90% reply rate, literally. So let's say someone was approaching me, real quick. That's the best example. I get so many DMs all the time. Yo, man, you want like 1,000 more followers in 30 days guaranteed? I'm like, get the fuck out of there. I don't care. But if the person sends me a voice message that says, Danny, I saw you in Daniel G's comment section, man. The reason I was scrolling through there is because I'm also in sales, just like you. The thing is, as you probably know, my guys, sometimes they share personal problems with me. They have problems in their relationship or in their dating lives, and that affects their sales. The thing is, I don't know how to coach them on their relationships, and I see that you're coaching them. You're coaching people on relationships. So would you mind me sending people your way? That's my dream. That's my dream message to receive. Of course, I'm going to reply, be like 100%, bro. So that's how you can connect with anyone. And guess what? If that was you, you do the same thing with websites, let's say. Hey, man, like, I was scrolling through there because I help people with websites. But the thing is, like, my clients, sometimes they share problems with me that I'm not, they have problems in their personal lives and I don't know how to help. But, I would love to send people your way because you seem to know how to help them. I'll answer to you. You get on a call with me, and then you're like, by the way, bro, like, do you have a website? And then I'm like, no. Okay, cool. What if I build a website for you for like fucking no money and you only pay me if you make money because of it, if it makes sense for you? Or any offer that is pretty crazy, right? Any offer that is very high quality, I'll be like, damn. Now you're sending me people for my business and you're helping me with something that I didn't even think it was a problem. And you're making an offer that makes sense? Hell yeah. I love you, bro. So I would say yes. But let's say someone would say like, to be honest, bro, I really don't need a website, but I appreciate you. No worries. So tell me, like, besides, me sending people your way as potential clients, I'm not saying I'm going to offer you something right now, but I'm saying I'm connected in the space. My mentors, like, they're people who are pretty high level. So if you, for example, had like one thing that you would want to solve in your business, if I could connect you with one person for one specific problem, and it's going to completely change your business, what would that be? Just so that I can keep it in mind. If ever I connect with someone, I can basically help you solve that. So now it's a 3-in-1. It's a 3-in-1. First, you can send people their way and you get paid in affiliates. Second is you can potentially become their coach. They can become your client, so you can make money that way. 3, you can connect them with someone else and make a commission because of that. So this is the model I've been using. We can dive deeper onto it next week when you have more clarity on who you want to serve. But start with this, okay? Start with making a list of everyone you would care about serving. Then rate them based on the 5 elements. Choose it, and then start exploring options, just brainstorming real quick, but knowing who you're going to serve. That's the most important thing.